Hi everybody, it's Christina from PhotoSprouts here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Last week I did an off-camera flash portrait photo shoot using an ultra-wide angle lens, and I want to show you the behind the scenes. Usually an ultra-wide angle lens is used on street and landscape photography because it creates fantastic distortions. In this video, I want to share with you a few tips that I would use when it comes to photographing people using an ultra-wide angle lens. And I'll be using the Canon RF 15 to 35mm f2.8 wide angle lens, and I'll stick to the 15mm edge. In this video, I'll also talk about three things. Number one, where you should place the subject when it comes to ultra-wide angle lens. Number two, the camera angle. And finally, the composition. A big thank you to my beautiful model, Valeria, for doing this photo shoot with me. We've been working together since March 2022, and I'm so inspired to see how much work she has put in perfecting her modeling career. And a big shout out to her amazing friend, Liana, for helping me to film the B-rolls, and also the talented makeup artist, Yana, for doing Valeria's hair and also her makeup. So this is a big teamwork. Let's see the behind the scenes. Now, imagine that the wine glass is the model. You can see that there are a lot of distortions on the side of the frame, whereas the middle part looks normal. And if I get closer, you can see that there are way more distortions than before. And if I shoot upwards from a low angle, the bottom of the wine glass now becomes closer to the camera, and you can see that the bottom of the glass now becomes bigger and longer. Imagine this is the leg of a person. I will make her look unrealistically tall with such angle. So I want to back up and back up until the person is in the middle of the frame, just like this. But what fun would it be to use an ultra-wide angle lens without getting some interesting distortions? So rather than backing up by so much, I'll just still get closer and closer and shoot from a point at which I will make the person's leg look extended but natural. Just like this, and this is my sweet spot. If I get too close, it will be very unrealistic, so I need to adjust my distance, like this. As for the camera angle, you can see that if I shoot downwards from a high angle, I'm making the wine glass look super short. So I will shoot from a lower angle and shoot up, or I will shoot at the model's waist or the chest level. So the same concept would apply if you're shooting vertically. There'll be distortions on the side, so you want to keep the subject in the middle part of the frame. Or if you want to make her legs look longer, you can get close, but not that close. Otherwise, it will be very unrealistic. You want to find the sweet spot so that the legs will fall into the distortion zone, whereas the upper body is still in the middle of the frame, undistorted. Lastly, for composition, you want to fully utilize the lens for exaggerating the space. So look for elements like the leading lines, symmetries, natural frames, and repeated patterns. And you want to put them on the side of the frame where the distortion is the biggest. For example, you can place the leading lines at the corner of the frame, and they will be converging towards the center and pointing towards the subject, which is positioned in the middle of the frame. I also love to have the sky as part of my composition in ultra-wide angle photography, and we were very lucky to see those dramatic clouds after the rain. And because the sky is included, a flash is usually needed to balance the ambient and the subject exposures. The first location is the Tower Bridge. I picked this location because it is a very iconic spot in Sacramento. Second, there are a lot of geometrical shapes and repeated patterns on the bridge, such as the vertical lines and diagonals, and they are a very good form of composition. Before I turned on the flash, I determined my ambient exposure. Think about your pose. 1, 2, 3, go! I center the upper body of the subject in ultra-wide angle photography so that there will be no weird distortions. This is the natural light version in which I exposed for the model, but you can see that it doesn't work because the sky is all washed out. Usually the exposure of the subject and the sky is not the same, so a flash is needed in ultra-wide angle portraits to balance the ambient and I need a powerful bend on the arm. Yeah, like this. Perfect. We decided to get a few action shots in front of a bridge during the green lights, and we have 19 seconds to do so. And we did it in multiple tries. 1, 2, 3, jump! Perfect. One more. 1, 2, 3, jump! One more. 1, 2, 3. Let's go! So, what do you think? If you like my pictures and the behind the scenes, please give us a like and write down your thoughts in the comments down below. Our team will be super grateful for your time and your kindness. Last but not least, we'll show you the rest of the behind the scenes in the next video. We have photographed at the Old Town Railway Station and also the Ferris wheel. Meanwhile, please subscribe to Photo Sprouts for more photography tips and the behind the scenes videos. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye! We're Photo Sprouts photography workshops in San Francisco and Palo Alto. Equipment is provided for beginners so that they don't have to buy a camera to come to a photography class.